Hey everybody, Stippling Sunday, and I'm at my usual place at the dive bar, getting my work done. Wasn't able to post a video yesterday. This is considered my birthday weekend, and I went to a couple different places yesterday, so really wasn't able to squeeze in a video. I apologize for that. I always try to get a video in every single Saturday and every single Sunday, but life gets in the way, and it's one of those where it's like, you can't, as much as some people are on the clock and religiously always streaming at certain times, sometimes you just can't do that. And so I went to a couple different places, so I wasn't able to stream, so I think that's okay. So last night I was on the chat, and on the chat we were discussing, we did a deep dive of the new crowdfunding site by Luke Stone called Fund My Comic, and it is an impressive site. It was very user friendly, which is very important. Vanessa even went in and out as if she was going to create a campaign, and accidentally created a campaign, which the chat quickly jumped on and made fun of her for, which was very entertaining. I even helped out and was like, no, we've got to fund this comic book. We've got backers, and she was going. She'd bring up the campaign, like, nope, no dollars. We don't have to worry about that. It's very entertaining to give Vanessa a hard time about stuff, and she takes it in stride. That's one of the things that makes streaming with her so enjoyable, is how she can take as much as she gives it out. Chat tried quite a few times to kill me last night, and I know at one point I got pretty red in the face from laughing and coughing so badly. So congratulations, chat. Your persistence is there. It's greatly appreciated. So, but another site that we didn't touch on, it hasn't launched yet, but Billy and Niles have been talking about doing their own crowdfunding site, because they have the trademark or the copyright to crowdfunding comics, and they've been putting money in to getting the site built, and I congratulate them. I was thinking about it, and what they need, and what I feel they need to do is they need to be heavily promoting the fact that they are creating their own website. Okay, they do multiple shows during the week. Billy's on Comicsgate Kings. He's on the Professionals. When he's on the Kings and on the Professionals, and he's talking about what he's got going on, he needs to mention that he's building the website. He just simply says he's building it, and that if you want more information about the site, then to check out his show and Niles' shows, so that way get more eyeballs on those YouTube shows, so that way people can become more aware of what they're doing with building the site. They just gotta keep talking about it, and Billy keeps talking about how he's got how everybody's always giving a call and contacting him, going, how do I do this crowdfunding stuff? Well, here's the time where Billy now responds with, well, I've got a crowdfunding site, and you can launch your site, you can launch your book on my site, and pretty much tell them, like, hey, this is where you go, and they walk you through the process of creating a campaign, so that way he can getting the big names to come to his site, as opposed to going to Indiegogo or Kickstarter. And he's got to be like adamant about that. Like, hey, if you want success, if you want my personal help to have a successful crowdfund, you have to do it on my site, and I'll walk you through it. If he has to come up with a legal contract that they provide to him, for him to give them the one-on-one hand-holding assistance that they seem to be inquiring about. That's what he's got to do. He's got to protect himself, but it's a great way for him to bring eyeballs to his crowdfunding site if he's getting those big names coming to his site as opposed to going to other crowdfunding sites. I would say personally, when they do decide it's time to launch, to really bring the eyeballs to their site, they need to have a big name creator, whether that be that Billy has his own campaign ready to be launched, or when it comes live, but also to have other creators who are going to be crowdfunding comics have their campaigns ready, that they can have sign-up pages on this website, and that also not just that, but they can then be saying, hey, we are launching Billy's this week. Next week we're launching such and such's. Next week we're launching such and such's. It'll be a big thing for helping their channel also, because what they're going to do is every single episode when they air, okay, whether it be the very beginning of the show or in the middle of the show, bring up the site, show where the various campaigns are. Like, this campaign launched 3 weeks ago. It has 2 weeks left. It still needs $2,000 to be funded. Please check out this campaign. Hey, let's bring up the page and let's look at the video they have, and let's look at the campaign itself. All the stuff that Ethan does. You look at it. When Ethan is in campaign mode, not just for himself, but for other creators, he'll go in and he'll be like, he'll go in through every single tier that they have available. Just bring up all the details on it, and he'll actually, he'll even like look at it and go, such and such, I think you should add this tier. I think you should add this tier. But Ethan, when he's in promotional mode, no one promotes a comic book so enthusiastically, so vivaciously than Ethan. And Billy and Niles, they need to get that energy and that enthusiasm, not just like hey guys, this is a good. No, get in there, really speak up, be boisterous. Okay, I mean, you think about it. Okay, when we're on the chat, okay, I'm the only person you see is me. Everyone else hides behind an avatar, and that's nothing wrong with that. But you look at it, it's one of those where it's like, when you see that I'm really behind something, not only am I speaking in a passionate manner, but I'm animated in how I move my hands, and that my hands are moving, and I'm just really putting my whole body into that enthusiasm, so you can see that I believe what I'm saying, and I'm fully behind what I'm saying. That is one of those things that they've got to do, is to really take a look at that. I mean, when I first started streaming, I was really looking at not just getting the camera on me, but what's in my background. Where's the best camera angle? Should I have it shifted more to the right? Should I have it more shifted to the left? I mean, I have my camera shifted, like angled the way I do, specifically so you can see my spinner rack, so you can see that I have comic book art framed behind me, that you can see the bookshelf off to my side, so you can see that I am a comic book fan and I'm not just there for the attention. I do stand behind what I say, and I believe what I'm saying. And also, you have to get it so visually, when the camera's on you, you are visually dominant. Okay, and that's where the camera angle comes in. I really do have a lot of faith in Niles and Billy being able to launch and have a successful crowdfunding campaign or platform. And the thing is, it's not a platform. Niles said it perfectly when they were talking about it, okay? That we're giving the creators a podium, okay? A podium for their crowdfunding campaign. And that's an important word. Okay? We all know from the issue with crowdfunder how they were like hiding behind the whole Wikipedia thing and basically saying that they are a platform. They're not a publisher. They don't have the right to say who or who not can be on this platform. Okay? But they were acting like a publisher. Niles and Billy, they're making it up front. They're not a publisher. They don't want to be the publisher. They are providing these creators with a podium for them to show off what they have and what their campaign is offering, what they're capable of. Now the other thing also, I can't remember whether it was on Well Read Comics with Luke Stone or whether it was Niles. One of them made the remark that these crowdfunding platforms cannot succeed on just comic books alone. That you have to have other avenues of income for crowdfunding, whether it be music, whether it be board games, or whether it be role-playing games. That's where Billy and Niles really need to look at their contacts, and they need to have someone with a role-playing module, such as what Andy and Dennis are creating. Okay, having someone like Dennis with the core draft, maybe have the core draft as a module, as a separate campaign to be launched on Billy and Niles' site to help bring in eyeballs to it, to bring that community to the site. Because that's where you're going to succeed, is if you can get a successful RPG module on your campaign site to help really bring in business. I know a gentleman who does Twitch streams, and I need to get in contact with him and ask him if he has any desires in doing his own modules and telling him about what Billy's and Niles are doing to see if he'll consider having his module funded on their site. I'm sorry, I'm not inking right now. I'm trying to figure out where I should, because this is one of those panels where it's mainly silhouette. I'm trying to give you more than just dabbing away, showing you how I'm doing the darks. But unfortunately right now I really don't have anything, because he's got to be drawn. I really don't want to do her on camera because I really got to want to have a lot of control, and you don't have as much control when you got the camera in frame. And you got to keep it in frame, I should say, of the camera. So, but no, I'll just keep stippling away here and here. And what I'm doing is I'm just going in and I'm just hitting this, okay? And I'm intentionally going over it now again, like sloppy. So you see how I'm going like this, and like those are like some really sloppy dots. But all I'm doing is just going in here, hitting the sloppy, so that way you get that extra layer of darkness in the silhouette. Because if I do the entire thing like this, okay, it's only going to come across as like a dark, it's not going to come across as a black, it's going to come across as like a dark gray. So you got to actually, after you've hit this area, you got to hit it again to get so that there's more dark and more black than white to really help hammer home that this is a silhouette. I've been doing some experimenting with computer coloring. I pulled the trigger about 2 weeks ago, and I got myself an iPad Pro. I'm not showing off anything that I'm doing with the iPad Pro because I'm still learning. But what I think I am already impressed with is how the computer coloring, if I were to put in this as a pink, say, okay, the pink would show through, whereas if I'm doing this with a Copics marker, or I'm even doing this with Doc Martens, it doesn't show through as vibrantly as computer coloring. So right there, I'm already showing how I do recognize how I need to up my game with my production value by doing the computer coloring, and maybe in time, I'll start doing some videos during the week showing off how I'm doing the coloring with the computer through the dots. Because I have to say, at first I was really leery, because when it came to how you computer color, I was thinking about how you did the computer coloring in back in like 95, 96, and the way you'd pull the lasso and do the trace, and computer coloring with dots, stippling, back and then, I think would have been much more difficult. I could be dead ass wrong, but the way I see it from my memories of doing it, you had to trace every single white area, otherwise it wasn't candled, it wasn't in the window or whatever. So I'm already seeing how, and I'm using Procreate, and I think that I'm very impressed with how I'm seeing the computer coloring in correlation with the dots. It's much more akin to what I want it to be. Now I'm not going, when I do my computer coloring, in the end, I'm not going to be doing render the fuck out of, like this window here. I'm not going to render the hell out of that, okay? I'm going to go, I want to do more of a 80s, slightly early 90s with computer coloring with much more flat colors, almost akin to the Ruby Leaf or the early computer coloring, not the way we have computer coloring now. I find that I remember there was a piece that Joe Prado posted on Facebook. It was a Justice League page, and it was an establishing page, but in the upper corner he had put in all these really fine lines for the clouds coming in, and the computer colorist just basically erased it and just computer colored it and just pissed me the hell off. And I was just like, oh, fuck you, computer color, oh, fuck you. And Joe's going to be at the Baltimore show, and I'm going to have to take that book for him to sign, and I'm going to pull out and I'm going to show him what the computer colorist did and how pissed off I was at the colorist for it, and how it just completely, he put all that effort into the delicate line work, and instead of showing respect to that line work, they just wiped their ass with it. And that computer colorist, fuck you. So, but moving on, folks. But no, I'm really enjoying having fun. I'm learning a lot. There's a lot of growing pains. I got pissed off at it with it because it wasn't. I was following a tutorial on YouTube, following step by step, but it was not doing what they were doing, even close with it. Not the level quality of artwork, but just the commands of the. Now you click on a new layer, then you label the layer this. Now you do this. See how you can do this? And no, not having the results at all, and it was just pissing me the hell off. And I was getting pissed. I was getting so fucking pissed. And I'm like, you spent a shitload of money on this. Do not break it. I just closed it. I didn't shut anything off. I just closed it, and I just handed it to my girlfriend. I handed it to Miss Stippling, and I go, take this away from me. Do not let me see this for 3 days. And she finally gave it to me. I just set it down. I just set it on the counter, and I haven't touched it. So I was that pissed. So, and I know it had to be something I was doing wrong, but I just get so frustrated when you're watching these tutorials and you're just following along step by step, but yet you must be missing a step, and you go back and you watch the video again, and you follow each step. I mean, I even gone as far as I'll watch the video and write down each step with a little diagram of it all, and still, it's like, nope, you're not doing something right. It just pisses me the hell off. So, I don't know. In some ways, it's one of those, like, I wish I had contact to someone who really knew this stuff to walk me through the process and be like, okay, just do this, okay, okay, you missed this step, or you didn't do this, or, well, no, that should be doing it, but here, do this. I mean, this is a better way to do it. You know, the little, but I'm going to hold your hand and help you out with this. Nope. You just got to figure it out yourself. So, but we'll see how things go. I know I'll get back at it. I'll probably work on it tonight while I'm watching Aaron live, as he has Mark Poltenhorn for Coney Waves. And remember, his Wraith of God campaign is doing very well. So keep watching that campaign. If you haven't backed it, please back it. So, everybody, I'm going to get done. I'm going to finish up here. So please hit the like button. It always helps. As the kids say, smosh that like button. If you like what you're seeing, if you don't like my voice, but you like what you're visually seeing, subscribe and always comment, okay? Even if it's a comment going, dude, you gotta be doing this, because this sucks, okay? You can't get better unless you get feedback. So, and of course, share it. And think about it. Like, share, comment. Those are free things. I'm not asking you to buy anything. Okay, I could be pimping out my Scat Investigators comic book, which this is another page from Scat Investigators. Okay, all I'm asking you to do is like, subscribe, and share, and comment. They're free things that I'm asking you to do. So if you can, that'd be awesome. But until then, remember, life is stressful. And that's why I'm just going to keep taking it all one dot at a time.